Christmas. Merry Christmas. How was your Christmas? I am so glad that you guys are here. Ladies Sunday, greetings. Yes. Oh, wow. I had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas too. I've been eating since Wednesday. Okay. I've been eating. So we some diet is in order. Some diet is in order. All right, guys, we are here, and looks like the news didn't stop. Okay, we stopped for Christmas, but the news did not stop. So I welcome you. Welcome to Maria Babs, where we discuss news, faith, and culture from a biblical worldview. This is your Christian podcast. I'm your host, Vale Chikuni. We begin. Yes, we have over here. Is she a therapist or is a doctoress? Hey, You tell me. So, where are you guys watching from? Please type where you're watching from and let us know how your Christmas was. We are going to get right into it. So, guys, either I've been living under the rock or whatsoever. This lady came across my page and everything. I listened to her. I'm like, no way. Okay, no way. Why are people enamored with her? Because she has a doctor at her name. And there's questions about her doctorate. Okay, I'll share something, and you can tell me if it's real or not. But be that as it may, we'll get right into it. So this is Cheyenne Bryant, okay, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She has found herself the the celebrities and everything. This is their doctor, so to speak. She's a life coach, whatever she's calling herself to. So she decided to go to an event. Pretty much, she just went there naked, guys. Okay, and I was like, okay, so this is not what you're preaching, but this is not what you're practicing. And here's the kicker: she claims to be a Christian, and she actually quotes scripture every now and then. So to me, I'm like, okay, if you're out here doing Hollywood stuff, I'll leave you alone because that's Hollywood. That's what they're doing, okay? We want to preach the gospel to them so they can come to know Christ. But when you're claiming to be the sister in the Lord, when you're claiming to be a Christian, we are going to hold your feet to the fire according to the scripture. So you shall know them by their fruits. So let's take a look at her. There's a whole bunch of stuff that she has done that she has said, okay? So welcome, you guys. And she was a guest on Jamal Bryant. And notice how she's dressed when she went to speak with Jamal Bryant. And then you're going to see how she dresses when she goes to speak with other people, okay? So here is her talking to Jamal Bryant, okay? Here we go. All right.
And then definitely get your discipline muscle up. But I did that for 1 year because I was celibate for 2 years. I was dating a guy, and almost for about a whole year, we were bathing together, doing all the intimate stuff, nude together, sleeping together with no sex, no touching, none of that. When I say no foreplay of anything, and our intimacy was crazy. We never got to the place of intercourse, of sex. But it heightened our relationship to where sex became so overrated and so secondary for both of us that when we left our dating relationship, it actually enhanced and elevated both of us to a different place. When we spoke on the phone about a year ago, he said, the relationship with you, where I had to have discipline enough to be able to be intimate, but not sexually engaging, has helped me become faithful and committed to the woman I'm married to now.
Wow.
So what I'm saying, fellas, is preparation meets opportunity. And so you don't get a wife and then become faithful. Ooh. Because at that point, it's too late. We're talking about preventative measures that prepare you for the woman you want. So yeah, if you want to pray and fast and meditate first before you think you can get in the bathtub or sleep in a bed nude with the woman with this discipline tactic, do so. But the point is, you got to be able to do it because marriage is for disciplined people. So when that woman cannot satisfy you and she's only at 50% or 70% or 30% some days, what is your discipline tactic you've already practiced to be able to sustain yourself in this marriage? I don't want a man who can't be in a bed with me naked because he's just, on my bones. I don't trust you. And because the man that I'm talking to has shown at least to be so disciplined with me sexually, with me being, a very good looking woman and a nice body when I'm nude, when we're not together and he's traveling, I'm not thinking, well, he can't sustain himself for 5 minutes with me. What's going on when he's out of town? It's a reassurance tool that is really effective, really effective.
Lies, guys. The fact that she's sitting across the minister of the gospel, Jamal Bryant. Ladies, this lady, when I heard that, I'm like, no, you did not say that. So she is saying that she's in bed, naked, with a man who is not her husband. She's in bed, naked, with a man that she is dating. So you guys tell me, because dating is for data correcting, which I don't disagree. What data are you correcting in bed, naked, with a man who is not your husband? And she did not stop there, guys. They're in a shower, taking showers, okay? Unless you're taking a shower fully clothed with somebody who you're dating who is not your husband, what data are you correcting in a shower? Because if you're telling me dating is for data correcting, right? What business do you have taking a shower with someone who is not your husband? And sitting across to a pastor and Zero objection. And she's saying that is a training for a man who wants to get married. What type of training is that? A man who is who guys, I'm laughing, but this is not a laughing matter. And this woman is a Christian, and this woman is a doctor. This is the conversation she is going to be telling people, coaching people. You tell me. So this is the lie that this woman is promoting on the world stage, by the way, telling people this is how they need to be operating because they are collecting data. You in a shower, in a bed with somebody who is not your husband. And that's okay. This is what we're getting from this Christian woman. This is a Christian woman. Yes, you heard that right, guys. Okay? So this woman, she decided to, she went to, what is this place? I don't know, whatever this function these people go to, he or she. Okay? So this is the function she went to. This gentleman, young G's something, his concert. So this is her. Okay? This is the woman who is a Christian. Went there pretty much naked. And this is beauty. Okay? This is not beauty, guys. And so this is her right here. I don't know any of these ladies apart from her over here. Her name is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Just me looking at this picture. These women don't have husbands at home. Literally, they don't have a husband at all. Because there is no way you can be a married woman. It doesn't matter how much money you have a husband, and your wife is going to a function, whatever, naked as this. Okay? So, I mean, look at this, guys. This is what you wear in your honeymoon suite. This is what you wear in your bedroom with your husband. So she's out here, the entire world, everybody else can see this. Okay? So this one, same thing. Everything is out here. A little bit this one, like, okay, but I can see all your boobs out here. This is not for public consumption. Okay? And yet these women are successful. They've got money. They're rich. They've got businesses. Why do you feel the need to go outside in public showing yourself naked? Like, where is your value? Because if you've got money, you're successful, why are you out here showcasing yourself like this? For what reason? For what purpose? So this is the problem. Like, people think this is how you have to dress in order for you to attract men, in order for you to be, to look beautiful and everything. This is not sexy. This is sensual. This is not sensual. Remember, God defines beauty, okay? There is nothing wrong with beauty. You need to, dress to look beautiful. That's fine. But you dressing to look sensual, that's lustful, that's sinful. That's got nothing to do with the Lord. You cannot be out here dressing all sensual and thinking like, okay, this is beauty. No, that's not. Remember, the devil always wants to pervert what God has described as beautiful as what God has described good, right? That's where the devil enters in. So yes, so not only that, she decided to showcase herself. Here she is in her catwalk. Watch this. So this is her here, the entire outfit, okay? And everybody there. So this is a woman, a 42-year-old woman, a doctor, a professional, a coach, a therapist, whatever else you name it. And by the way, she wants to get married. Like why? Look at her. Everything out. I'm like, okay, why even wearing an underwear? You know what I mean? You are pretty much naked. Everything is out in the open. Everybody else to see. Yeah, look at her. Look at her right there. I'm sorry. This is bad. Okay. Yes. So this is what they call beauty. All right. So I was just like, no. Let us look at the scriptures. Okay. All right. 1 Timothy 2:8. Likewise, also that women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel, with modesty and self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire. What is modest about what you just saw, guys? Just name one thing. What is modest about her? She is actually, the sad thing about this whole thing, she's actually a very beautiful woman. She's beautiful. She is actually a beautiful woman. But, like, why are you going outside naked? You just put on clothes, you're already a beautiful woman. But this is what these people call beauty in these days. Okay? So I was just like, lady, sorry. This is absolutely not. So this woman showed up on Anthony O'Neill. Okay, so listen to what she said to this program, man. I was just like, ladies, go home. Okay, watch this.
And I now have a healthy communicative style.
Yeah.
And she's the reason why I was able to find discipline in our marriage, son. I love that woman
Wow.
for those reasons. And he loves me while he has a wife, not because he's attracted to me, but because he respects me because I helped him. I changed the trajectory of their marriage, of their life. For me, that's what I wanted. And again, I'm living in that. God gave that to me because it was obviously his will. And so I'm with you. I dress up because I like looking good. But I'm not walking past a man saying, look at my.
Yeah.
Let's be transparent. Since we're going to have real conversations at the table. The first thing I said before the cameras start rolling to my assistant was, I said, damn it, I wore the wrong bra because I don't like how big my breasts look in this. Not that I'm trying to hide my body, but I was like, even though I have a turtleneck up to here, I said, dang, I like it to look more proportioned.
You did.
Right? And everyone in the room was like, it looks good to me. And I'm like, I know it looks good to other people. For me.
I turned my head. I just play.
we gonna keep it real, y'all. Okay? And don't edit this part out, but I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's not what he said.
I said, well, I'm just gonna,
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what he did. But do you see what I mean? I didn't lead. And let's talk about the concert last night.
Yeah.
What did I have on?
You had a jacket?
A blazer, and I had all white shirt, some jeans.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not saying, ladies, you can't be sexy, because y'all seen Doc. Y'all know my cleavage be out. I dress sexy as hell, and I'm going to rep that.
But
I don't.
Tonight, you still look good, though. Don't get it twisted.
Right. But I'm saying whatever we lead with is what we find value in.
Okay.
Within ourselves. So I want to give a tool. The tool is gain a sense of self.
Yes.
Take an inventory of what is it that I lead with? What is it that I find value in myself? Because some women find value in saving people. People as a blanket. So they get with the man that they're saving too. Then they get mad and they say he's a nothing bum guy because I have to save him. But sis, you find value in saving because you were never able to save either your parents who abandoned you or maybe had drug addiction, or nobody came to save you. And so since no one came to save you, sis, you were overcompensating for what you didn't get by doing it in other people. Only because you don't have a sense of that awareness, you don't know that you're doing it. You don't know that. But if you stop saving the person and just save the person you really want to save. And that goes for men with conquering. A lot of men who are womanizers, that is just a self-conquering issue. You need to conquer these women because you really haven't governed and conquered yourself. And so what happens is you're sitting up there womanizing women for the deficit you have within yourself.
Good God.
But if you would work on fulfilling that deficit, then you would shift and be a different man because your needs would be different based on the investment you make in yourself.
You are good. You talking.
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
You talking because.
Guys, did you hear? And this Anthony is so enamored by this woman. Okay, she had just said herself that she likes to dress appropriately. Okay, because you lead with what you believe in, like something to that effect. So we just show her walking out in public naked. She's leading with her nakedness. So that's what she's advertising. Is it wrong for people to be lusting over that? Because that's what she's advertising. Now she's going to sit across this Anthony O'Neill and telling Anthony O'Neill that, oh, by the way, I'm wearing a wrong bra. Guys, this interview was planned. She knew where she was going, okay? It just didn't happen out of the blue. She wore that on purpose. And like a fool sitting across over there, drinking the Kool-Aid coming from this Jezebel seductress, and he is actually saying, oh, you're talking. Oh, this. Man. Is it no wonder this guy is so even confused himself? Do you see where this is? So I'm like, why are people so fooled by this woman? Okay, she is saying something with one mouth, but you've just seen her walking naked, practicing something else. So she's saying like, oh, I like to look sexy or whatever. I wore a wrong. No, you did not wear a wrong bra. You wore that on purpose because you knew you'll be able to confuse Anthony O'Neill. This is how she corrects her clients, guys, okay? I bet you with no doubt, Anthony O'Neill is her client. Is her client in her business. That's how she does. I'm sitting over here, I'm like, guys, I mean, look at her, okay? This is how she's collecting her clients, okay? And then if that is not all, okay? So you see how she's dressed with Anthony O'Neill, okay? So now listen to what she told Anthony O'Neill, okay? Listen to this, guys. I was just like,
Been celibate for 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
Dated a man for almost, I don't want to go a year, almost a year, 9 months. It was almost a year. Let's just say 11 months or so, a year for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about platonically.
Wow.
Traveling, taking trips, spending time, taking showers together, sleeping, no sex, none. I'm talking about no fondo, no sex. But I told him from the beginning, I am celibate. I'm not doing it. And when we go to do it, I need you to have my back and say no. And he looked like you looked. And about a year went by of just straight intimacy.
Right.
The real intimacy.
Right. Right.
No sex.
Wow.
Concerts, conversations. I mean, everything you could think of. 7-hour conversations, because when you ain't having sex,
You talking.
baby,
And you really.
and you're not
the person.
eclipsing all the stuff you need to be seeing.
No facts.
So we're having conversations. I mean, we're just at this point, this is what's funny. At this point, we're going places, and I have no ring on my finger, he doesn't. People are going, oh my God, how long have you guys been married? You see the energy that it curated.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, we're not,
Right.
we're not married. They'd be like, you're not? And I'm thinking, they don't see a ring on my finger?
Right.
And when it finally got to a space where not my body wanted him, but like my spirit was like, my spirit came to me and said, girl, if you don't, I said, we celibate. My spirit said, we? We? I said, yes. And I was like, oh my God, I got to pray over this. I got to pray over this. And I pray over everything. And I did. I promise. I prayed over it. And I remember it was like almost a year spot on. We were traveling again. And I said in bed, I want you. And he was sitting looking like you first, so we relaxed. But his norm, remember, is to be intimate without sex. So nobody was inflamed and like hot and trying to be this one. I was like, I want you. And he was like,
Yeah.
He was like, you sure? And I'm like, no, I'm positive.
Wow.
Like I want you. Like, I don't.
look at Anthony O'Neill. Look at Anthony O'Neill. This man. These are Christians, by the way, guys. So she's describing you on somebody that she was dating, correcting data on. Okay? Not a husband.
I want you. I'm like, I want you. And he was like, okay. And then as we started to try to engage in it, he stopped and said, literally, engage. Like, we didn't even go into the act, the beginning of trying to engage. He stops and he goes, babe, are you sure? Because you told me that to not allow this. And so I don't know if this is like, men, y'all think we be doing trick questions?
Y'all be
He's like, I don't know if there's a test, but you said not to. And I was like, no, like, I want to. Right. And he was like, nah, let's sleep on it and see how you really feel. Because I want to make sure that I'm respecting your wishes.
It changed.
When he did that, I was like, well, my want went from a 10 to 1,000. I said, he running everything.
No.
I said, look, you're killing me.
If he would have had sex, I would have said, well, that was crazy. Because she would have wanted you even more if you just would have said no.
Then the morning came and I said, good morning. But I still want you.
Yo.
Long story short.
Yeah.
At some point, I think it's obvious with the story, it happened. But when it happened, our focus wasn't even on the physical, even though the physical was fire.
Yeah.
But it was like, and I'm just being honest, it was like an ecstasy, an intimacy, like on a outer body type of experience that had nothing to do with the physical orgasm.
Yeah.
Had everything to do with this buildup of this intense friendship, relationship, intimacy of talked about layers that have been stripped, a real like connection that was on a level that there was no way that the act of the sex was going to be bad, because that was like 10th dairy to everything else that was happening in that exchange.
Facts.
And so that was ecstasy, and it was just beautiful. And so for me, I don't project this onto anybody, but because God allowed me to have an experience of true intimacy, it also has created, which I already was a woman, I told you this off camera, that was not into casual sex.
Yeah, you did.
So I would organically go a year celibate.
So this is what she said. Of all that story is culminating to God. God allowed her to have this level of the so-called intimacy, as she puts it, because she was celibate for 2 years. And the God that I know says sex is for marriage. People who are married, And this lady is talking about this somebody she's not married to. That's not her husband. So which God are we referring to? Because God does not change. His principles are right there. We can disobey them. That's what we do all day long. But for some reason, because this is Cheyenne, God changed. And Anthony is sitting across there just drinking this nonsense, this Kool-Aid with his zero objection. Guys, even people out in the world, they do understand. They do know that sex is for marriage. And this woman is out here lying publicly that God allowed her to have this so-called intimacy because she said she stayed 2 years not without sex with somebody who is not her husband. The same one she was sleeping with, naked, taking showers. This is a lie. This is absolutely a lie. This is not of God. This is demonic. This is absolutely demonic. These guys are just putting, like, they always have to bring in God into this nonsense for whatever the reason. Like, just talk about that. Why are you bringing God into this? Because we know this has got nothing to do with God, guys. And this is a lie that these people think that they can be with a man of opposite sex just because they didn't do the actual deed. Then they haven't done anything wrong. You have no business showing your nakedness to somebody who is not your husband or who is not your wife, guys. Okay? What are you doing in a shower? In a shower, naked, butt naked with somebody who is not your wife, who is not your husband. And you think that is okay? Where are you getting that from? So these people, they're like, okay, they're going to go all the way to the edge. Okay? And because they didn't tip over, which means they haven't sinned. But we know what Jesus said. If you just even look at a woman with lustful intent, you have already committed it. If you anger with your brother and you let the sun go down with your anger, you have already committed murder. That's what the scripture teaches. So which one are we going to believe? That this woman stayed 2 years, taking showers, in a bed, all these other things. And God was approving all that. God was approving all that until one day it culminated to what she's telling Anthony. And Anthony is drinking this Kool-Aid. And there's no way you can tell me this woman sitting across Anthony, lying to him that, oh, my plan was to dress, appropriately. I didn't want to dress so that you can see my bra. No, guys, that was on purpose, okay? She can lie to Anthony, but we know what she's doing here. We know what she's doing here. And so watch how she dresses when she's talking to other people in a professional way, right? So I have her, so I was just like, woman, no. You need to go home. She absolutely needs to go home, okay? So this is her. So this is her here. Take a look at her. I'll show you. So this is how she dressed, okay? So now she's talking to, who is this gentleman? Who is this?
To take a step back and take inventory on, where did I learn that this leadership is accurate leadership?
So this is her Shannon Sharp, okay? So to me, this is how she's getting her clients. I won't be surprised if Shannon Sharp is one of her clients. So watch how she's.
If I keep being led into the ditch, that means that all she's ever known is what? The ditch. And when I say we go to places where we're good at or where what we're familiar with.
Okay. You have eyes, I have eyes. She is sitting across to Shannon Sharp. She knew she was going to do this interview. This is not by accident, okay? But look how she's dressed. Just look how she's dressed. Her legs, like they're literally sitting directly across. You cannot tell me that Shannon Sharp did not see the color of her insides. That's just impossible. Right, the way she's sitting over there. Her boobs are already out. And this is how she's sitting. Why? This is how she's getting her client. Okay? So I won't be surprised if Shannon Sharp is one of her clients. So she leads with this. Okay? And then she's out there, saying nonsense. And these people are sort of what? Eating it up, okay? And whatever. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, okay? So this is how she's sitting across there, okay? And then here, this is also Shannon Sharp. I'll play for you, but I want you to see how she's dressed. And guess another client she was trying to get. This one is, who is this?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now,
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of
just
this
want
or by
God
your
to bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just.
Because
bring
my
okay.
point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you would say it, Dr. Bryant, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Drinking and driving is a decision that could change.
So, you saw how she's dressed there, okay? Right here. Okay? Sitting across to Cam Newton. She knew she was going to have this interview. Why do you what is the point? Why would you dress like this? You are having an interview. It's a professional environment. And this is how she dresses, right? So this is her, like, okay, let me see if I can have Cam as one of my clients. And, things did not go well with Cam Newton. But however, it helped her. She went viral and everything. And, she did say some truthful things when she did this interview. But I want you guys to see her dress code, okay? Her dress code. So this is her talking to Cam Newton. At the same time, we missed that. That was when she was talking to Jamal Bryant. But anyway, so this is another interview that she did. You see? She's dressed fine here. Because she has she's not looking for a client. She went to do this interview. She dressed fine. She wasn't looking for a client, okay? And we'll play another video, you see. Let's see, which is she going to show her face? Okay, you see an interview over here. She's dressed fine because she's not looking for a client. So whenever she's looking for a client, she dresses like she's looking for a client, okay? So let's go to her, what she said over here. Man, this lady, she's a fraud, okay? The people who are being influenced by her, like, no. You ladies, you're being misled by this lady. All right, fine. Let's take a listen to this issue. Here we go, guys.
But your wife and her son do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so the depth that you can have with this woman, if she can be your woman and not your mama, is unlimited. But when she goes into mama mode, there's automatic limits and barriers that come in that fuck up the relationship. Yeah. Because a mother and son relationship is unconditional love, but there's limits. There's boundaries to keep that relationship healthy.
Yeah.
What's your situation right now?
What you mean situation?
Like,
Happy?
You got a man?
I'm dating. I'm single, but I'm dating.
Single but dating?
I am
Something serious
dating.
more than other?
No, just dating.
We gotta change because she's therapying us.
Yeah.
We gotta make this about her now.
You're right. You could have therapizing us.
So I was like, I want my woman to mommy me.
Like, hold on, what's going on with you? This is about you. You done flipped the script on us. We over here.
Reverse Uno.
Man, you sure did.
But it was good. It was insightful.
No, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single.
dating.
What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating.
Dating but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many are you dating right now?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
Got her.
We dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know what's going on now. We're gonna take this sheep clothing off.
Right, the wolf teeth going out. No, we
you
have
was somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years, and yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, he your work.
We working together.
You see, when she meets people who can ask her the same question, she gets cornered. What are you doing dating somebody for 5 years? What type of data are you collecting for 5 years? What's happening in these 5 years? She is supposed to be a professional. She's supposed to be a relationship guru. That's how you say that she's just a fraud. She's a liar.
We working together.
But you keeping him at bay, or is he keeping you at bay?
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No.
Oh.
Let's keep it 100. How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient.
No,
everything is good in that department.
No.
He wants a
kept him at bay.
relationship.
She done kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me. And so we both had to work through things, but he's had to work on his emotions and his intense insecurities around being in a
And
relationship.
you've been waiting on it. Like what's the problem? Why y'all not together?
Just because of that, he's
So
just
you waiting on that.
no, I'm not waiting on it, and I don't have him waiting.
So the D is good.
Oh.
Let's keep it. I mean, that's what it's like.
You see, this woman is lying and she's being exposed in real time over here. Yeah. She has this, young man and they're doing everything else, clearly. She's 42 years old and this is what she's doing. But she's out here counseling people in marriages, in the relationship, and her stuff is not even. Why are you paying her money for that?
Dude, let's
He
keep
put
it
on
100.
his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh, my
I know her.
God.
She's from Long Beach.
I'm
don't try to
crying.
come
You
with
have a problem.
the suit jacket, the
I'm saying,
boots. You still and the glow.
You know what I mean?
You still from Long
You
Beach.
know, I'm still-
Not from Inglewood. I can see that.
I am from San Pedro, a small
Man,
community
nah,
in the
same
city of
thing.
Los Angeles.
I can see through all of that.
Yes, he has great qualities. He does well in all that he does with me. He just
That ain't
emotionally
what I asked you.
is
I asked you about his job and all that.
he does well in all areas.
What's
Okay, she
going on?
answered that. He
No,
does
she
well in
did.
all
Emotionally,
Well, I don't know. That's a broad question. What all
Paul,
areas?
you're
What?
a man, so you answer this question.
I answered.
Emotionally, he goes back and forth from I love you, I want to be with you, I'm mad because you won't be with me, you won't commit to me. And then his insecurities get the best of him. And it's like, I want you, but I'm not sure if I deserve you. I'm not sure that I can facilitate you. I'm not sure that I can be with you. So when I say emotionally instability, it's like him wanting to be with me is concrete. That's not unstable. His emotions in the relationship are just unstable to where as a man, you got to get vertical within yourself before you can be in a relationship.
you good with these
And
words.
I am.
You good with these words.
Listen,
Because
but
Yeah, she's very good with the words. She is very good with the words. That's why when people are listening to her, Paul Pierce did good. Okay, just jabbing like, oh no, you're just really good with the words. You know what I mean? What is your situation? You're telling us our situation, but what is your situation? Right? She always wants to talk about other people and pretending like just talk about herself on a surface level so you can never pin her down. I just like when I listen to her, I'm like, girl, no. You're fake. Okay.
But
you
let me
giving
say
all
this.
these people advice.
Let me say
But
this,
wow,
Paul.
this
He has every right to feel like what I've been doing as far as being in a relationship with him when I want to and is not something that gives him stability. However, I don't want to commit to a relationship with a man who I feel emotionally is not in a place of being able to be in a healthy relationship.
So why you?
So she just admitted she's just using the guy who is 9 years younger than her. That's what she's doing. And we know why she's doing that. That's it. She's just having this young boy as a friend of benefits. Whenever she just call upon the little boy. That's what's going on.
You messing with him? Why are you playing mental games with him?
I'm not playing mental games with
mental
him.
game.
It's not mental games.
Why
It's
you
all
still-
transparency.
Why is it still sex involved?
How do you know we sexing? We could just be having a
Because you from Long Beach, I know.
Oh, my God.
You can't play me.
We
I'm
could
from
not be
I'm
doing
from the
the
wood.
do.
I know what's going on.
But let me say this. It is transparent. He understands. I understand. I understand what he wants. He understands why I don't want to commit at this moment with him, which is the emotional piece that him and I talk about openly. I support him in it. I hold space for him in it. We've talked about it intensively, and he understands it. And he's.
Come here.
That's
Sit. All right, let him off the leash. Go ahead.
That's what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Come here.
Well, you
Sit.
know what? If that's what I'm
Man,
doing, I'll say this, and people are going to be mad, and I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said,
Come here.
I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on the leash, if that's true.
That's
So
exactly.
that means, to my point, at 42, I'm not opt out.
Jackie Rob.
We are not opt out. Okay, we have options, and we are not on the leash. We can actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square and you doubling down on that, period. There's men out there who will show up in any capacity we want. We don't have to settle. And we don't have to settle at a certain time. We can do what we want. Because I tell you one thing I'm not doing. I ain't doing time, but I ain't spending a whole lot of time with who I want, when I want. And both of us are enjoying it, getting what we want.
Come on.
Y'all can't be just taking too long when y'all cook. Y'all gotta start making some decisions around here. Y'all gotta start making some.
So she's a feminist, big time feminist. Okay, that's what she's doing. And hear what she said, what she decided to do. Right? Watch this real quick, guys.
Because the man ain't in the house to tell his story. But let me backtrack. Hold on. Because see, when I decide at 42 to be a mother,
This is the year?
Yeah, it is. This
You
is
pregnant?
I was like, do we get an exclusive?
You said
No, I took my IUD out about a month ago so that I can be
Okay.
ready to do my thing.
Congrats.
I'm
I
very
What is
love
that, the eggs?
The IUD is like,
You took the eggs out
no.
and freeze them?
No, the
That's not
IUD
that?
is a birth control method that you put inside of your vagina.
I wish I had a pillow.
Oh,
I
I
would
don't
launch you right at your head.
No, I didn't know. I mean, I know.
The eggs is crazy, but
Well,
no.
you freeze the eggs.
Yeah, you do that. But
I know.
that's
I
not
didn't know
what
if that was
an
that
IUD
what it's called.
No,
I know.
The IUD is a little T that looks like this. It's smaller than this. It goes inside the woman's cervix to stop the sperm from fertilizing the egg. So it goes
You
inside.
took that out. You saying?
I had my doctor take it out so that I no longer have birth control contraceptive inside of me.
That's different. I never heard of that one.
Took it out so that I can get pregnant now.
I never heard of that one.
I never had one, but it's a thing for sure.
No, I never heard of that one
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is at 42, when I get pregnant,
Which is this year?
right? Manifest it with me, Paul. I love you. When I get pregnant,
So the question to ask, this woman is not married. This woman claims to be a Christian. This woman claims to be staying celibate and everything. What was the point for her to have this IED in her? Why was she preventing herself that she doesn't want to get pregnant? She's not married. She doesn't have, there's nothing going on. You see what's happening over here? So she had this on purpose. What does that entail? What can you conclude? Why are you out here as a single woman taking birth controls? Why are you taking birth control? What is the reason? What is the purpose? Hello? So now she's 42 years old. She has done everything else that she wanted to do. Wanted to get all these accolades. Wanted to make all this back and everything. So now at 42, she's ready to get married. And here is her non-negotiables, guys. She does not want to get married to a man who has children. That she's not going to do. She only wants to get married to a man who doesn't have children. So you tell me, a woman who is 42 years old, in order for her to get married to a man who is not a baby daddy, who is not divorced, who doesn't have children, how old is that young man have to be? Unless you tell me there are 42-year-olds out there who are single. At least Anthony O'Neill is single, no children, is 40, okay? But do you honestly think even Anthony O'Neill, he's already in love with his money? You see what I'm saying? The men who are at her age, who are single and everything else, they are not looking for a 42-year-old woman, okay? They are looking for a 25-year-old. They are looking for maybe a 30-year-old, if at that. But their bracket is in the 20s, okay? That's what they're looking for. And there's plenty. So this lady wants to sit out here telling us that she's just going to switch that, oh, here I am, I'm 42, I'm ready to get married. By the way, I'm also ready to have babies. And the whole time, she turned down 4 engagements, according to her. She called off 4 engagements. So these are 4 potential husbands that came along in her life, but she turned them all down. Because she was building her career. She was building all these other things, whatever else she has. I was just like, you know what? You can be fooling these celebrities and everything, okay? So I see, Sandy, you're asking, what type of doctor is she? I have no idea what type of doctor she is, but this is her profile, okay? This is what I summarized to me. Because most people are very doubtful with her doctorate situation, okay? Because this is what it says. Let me see if I do this. Guys, you'll be able to see, okay. All right, no glasses again anyway. Let's see. This is what it says. Dr. Bryant attended Cal State University of Northridge at the age of 17. While there, she obtained a double degree in psychology and Pan-African studies. So she has double degree because the word says obtained. But if you come down, it says, Dr. Bryant's desire for self-fulfillment, healing, peace, and balance within herself and others drew her to the field of psychology. Being the overachiever that she is, Dr. Bryant decided to pursue, keyword, to pursue her doctorate degree in counseling psychology from Agassiz University. So to me, the word here says pursue her doctorate degree. If she obtained her doctorate degree I believe grammar sentence here would have read, she obtained her doctorate degree. But she said she pursued her doctorate degree in counseling. So does that mean the same? Am I wrong? Because at the top, she obtained 2 degrees. That's what it says. Okay? But over here, she says she pursued her doctorate degree. It does not say she obtained her doctorate degree. So the way she does present herself is her doctorate is not an honorary. It's almost like it's an academic. To me, that's what I gather. It's an academic doctorate degree. But this is her profile. It doesn't say she obtained her doctorate degree. It says she pursued her doctorate degree. So unless pursue and obtaining means the same thing, if you ask me, I say it doesn't. If she has an honorary, doctorate, it's not the same as, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I see. But most people, word on the street is, it's not real. Okay, that's what's on the street. So I don't know. Oh, okay, what university did Bryant graduate from? So yeah, this one, Cal State University, Northridge at Cal State University of Northridge at the age of 17. So, I don't know. Like, okay, so she's 17. At the age of 17, she has 2 degrees. So when did she finish her high school? When did she finish her high school? When did she finish her? That's what she says. Dr. Bryant attended Cal State University of Northridge at the age of 17. While there, she obtained a double degree in psychology and Pan-African studies. Okay, so, all right, fine. So it doesn't say she was 17. She says at the age of 17, you guys read it. You tell me. Okay, because at the bare minimum, she has 2 degrees, according to this. The doctorate one is also questionable according to her own profile. But she's already being identified as a doctor, okay? And she's very smooth with her words. So I wouldn't be surprised if people are being fooled by her. She is a beautiful woman. So you know what I mean? Like when people see beautiful women and you have the word doctor to it, you know what I mean? Some people are just getting discombobulated by her. Okay, to me, that that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I was just like, Anthony, come on, man. You're gonna let this woman. So she is collecting clients along the way. So then, guess who else is her client now? It's this young boy. What's his name? Oh, guys, there's so much stuff that I found on her. I was just like, there's no way this is happening. Okay, let me find you because Ray J. Oh, yes. So, so these ladies did a clap back. Okay, so watch the clap back. So, these naked women. So this is the clap back. Somebody's reading it. I'll just play it for you guys.
He deserved all this smoke simply for planning a girls' night out and going to a Jeezy concert in Las Vegas with our girls and running into Dr. Cheyenne Bryant there and taking a few photos together. It seems like anyone who's ever had any disagreements or issues with her came out of the woodwork to do a think piece on the topic of wardrobe and what's appropriate. I was going to ignore this, but as you can hear Corey say, he loves Claudia Jordan and we've always been cordial. So imagine my surprise to hear this attack on my entire friend group because you hate Dr. Bryant. Look, y'all can feel however you want about what is and isn't appropriate to wear to a hip hop concert in Vegas, but the attacks on character of people I love and adore ain't cool. And what's the first thing people love to put on women? They can't get a man, hold down a household, are hoes, and full of silicone. And the audacity of the chubby dude saying this is a group of has-beens when he's a never-been. I've been in radio and podcasting for decades and never seen dude in my life. Darlene OG Ortiz, you know me. And you letting this fly when our intro to you was in a thong? None of you ever have this same energy for me when y'all see me in person, especially Corey, who is always complimentary. I get people want to get clicks and make content, but enough is enough with the slander and hate. Ask yourself why a group of beautiful women minding their own business, paying their own way, taking one night off from their responsibilities of taking care of their families, kids, partners, and businesses can't let their hair down for literally a few hours before going right back home bothered so many people. Corey Holcomb, everyone in this photo has been a wife and held down a home/a man, okay? And please stop making that a measure of success, because where are you, Darlene, and Fat Boy's spouses? Now that we got that straight, please stop with the mean, cruel, and inaccurate blanket indictments on people you do not know just to give low-hanging fruit content to your viewers. Women don't need to go into hiding after 40. We literally weren't bothering anyone. And silicone wear, 100% natural. Now, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen from this point forward. Even though Corey spoke on these women unprovoked, he is going to take what Claudia said as an attack and not a response, and will proceed.
Yes, so those ladies were clapping back. They see nothing wrong with how they decided to go outside. You know how it is. So they responded. But apparently she deleted that tweet as well. So who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, it's not a secret, okay? So look at her here. Whenever she's not looking for a client, she's dressed fine. Okay, she's dressed fine over here. So she, okay, I'm going to dear future wife. You know, he's not going to be my client. Let me just dress. Let me dress okay. So that's what I've seen, because I've seen a whole bunch of her. She dresses okay, but if she's looking for a client, she's something else. So one of her clients is Ray J. Ray J is seeing 2 therapists plus her 3. And what change have you seen with Ray J? He is paying his money to these 3 therapists. I don't know who the other 2 are, but one of them is this one. Okay, watch this.
All right, so I got Dr. Bryant coming over. A lot of people are telling me, okay, just talk to somebody and just, you know what I'm saying, let them know what you're going through. So Dr. Bryant is here, and I know, you know, y'all seen her work and how real she be keeping it. Dr. Bryant, how you doing?
Hey Ray, how you doing?
I know I got the phone on record, but Dr. Bryant about to help me right now, and
okay.
You know, everybody need help.
Okay, well, hold on, Ray, but we're not gonna do this publicly. We can't do it. You can't have a bottle. You can't drink. We're not doing it publicly.
Okay.
So you're not about to.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut
There's no.
I'm gonna cut the camera,
Cut.
but I'm gonna keep y'all updated, and I just wanted to show y'all, like, yo,
Ray, camera off, bottle down, time to go.
All right, so I got Dr. Bryant coming.
So that's Ray J called in to have a session with Dr. Her name is Cheyenne Bryant, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, to have a session. So obviously she showed up to her client. She was dressed fine. So, nothing with Ray J. However, she is a life coach. So in other words, even if you've seen Ray J, right? I'm not a doctor and everything else, but this young man, he has spiritual issues that he's struggling with. He actually needs real help. And he's taking the meds. Okay, he's made that public. Cheyenne cannot write any prescription to anybody. She's not that type of a doctor. So she is just going to tell you, this is what is wrong with your life, and that's just about it. She cannot get to you to tell you, this is the problem and this is the solution. So she's out there just selling you a lifestyle that, right now you have issues. What you need to go for vacation. So there's nothing, you cannot take your money back. The services that you're getting with her, insurance is not going to pay for it. Okay? Insurance is not going to pay for it. So whatever she's doing is just a lifestyle. She's a lifestyle coach. She's a relationship guru. That's just about it. So people are just paying out of their pocket to have somebody they can talk to. If it makes them feel good, that's just about it. But she can never she can never cure your issues, in short. Okay? The reason why you're going to the doctor, the reason why you're going there, you want to get the help, the problem that you have. Okay? So be like, okay, you know what? You have a problem with this leg. Let's go for physical therapy. You are going to do that physical therapy. Eventually, you're going to, your leg is going to be fine. If it has an issue, be like, okay, you know what? We need to amputate it. You know what? We need to cut this. You are getting a solution. Cheyenne is never going to give a solution to anybody. People are going to go there and give her money. That's just about it. Everything you know about Ray J, what has changed? What has changed about Ray J? So she's never going to get any solution from the likes of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She has the word doctor, people go to her, that's about it. If that was the case, why does Ray J have 3 other therapists? If you're getting the help that you need from this particular person. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, insurance is going to pay for you to go get your physical therapy. You know what I mean? Yes, people have mental issues and everything else, mental health. You can get some help with that for sure. But with her, it's different. That's why her clients and everything are these celebrities who are lonely. They want to talk to somebody else. They are suffering in silence. That's it. That's just what it is. Unfortunately, she, the people are there. They are giving her her dough. They're giving her money. So this lady was, she went to this podcast, okay? She was being interviewed, same thing. But they were able to put her feet to the fire. So she went here, it was professional. You notice how she was dressed. So whenever she's trying to get some clients, she goes out there and showcases herself. If it's professional, she'll go there and professional. And when people ask you a question, you can see that, oh, no. Do you actually know what you're talking about? Watch this guy. Guys, I am so glad that you're here. How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas? It is so good to see you. Yes, we are here. We are wondering, is this woman, is she a therapist or is a doctor? Dr. Brown, that's the word on the street. But you know what, brown girl? My question to her is that because, she's doesn't she like the man because she's one of the member in the Rainbow Coalition? Oh, it's because the homeboys are nowhere to be found. As a result, you'll be like, you know what? Forget you guys. I'm just going to go across the street. I hope you get the point that I'm saying. You know what I mean? So for her, I just like, lady, and that's exactly what she said. She put everything on hold because she wanted to get her career. This is what feminism lies to women. You go, girl, go get your doctorate, go get your degrees, go get your go get your bag. And then when you're ready, when you're done, a man is going to be there. That's not how it works. So she has done all that. Now she's 42. She has removed her IED. Okay, now she's ready to have babies. Now she's ready to get married. Oh, and by the way, she doesn't want a man who has children. Where are you going to find that? But I mean, there's a pool over here. 25-year-olds. The 20-year-olds. You see what I'm saying? So in her situation, it wasn't like, you know what? I wanted to get married. Men just didn't come along. No, she did this intentionally and purposefully. So she's going to have to reap what she's sown. That's just how things work. There's people out here who desire to get married. But for some reason, they just haven't met a person, right? I'm not talking about that. But I do know, okay? I know ladies who have made it clear they're not going to get married to a man who does not make 6 figures. It doesn't matter what else. You see what I'm saying? Where do you find that qualification in the scripture? You see what I'm saying? So now when you get to the end of your life, you realize that money didn't come. That's on you. Because you put a principle that God hasn't put on a man. You are to marry somebody who is equally yoked to you. It's nothing to do with the material things. So if you're demanding for that 6 figure, good luck finding a man with 6 figure. Because the man who's making 6 figures is looking for a young lady who is half your age. So to me, I just like it. This is what feminism is ruining a lot of women. I have some lady friends, okay, educated. They have everything else. Then I have the conversation like, okay, if a guy comes who makes less than you, he has all this, what are you going to do? And they have difficulty. Okay? These are good ladies. They are in the church, by the way, okay? They have a difficulty because to them, to be like, Valley, that's way too much. I said, like you see? So to separate, especially when a woman is making a lot of money, it's very difficult for them to come to understanding to have a guy who makes less. But to me, I just say, I'm like, if you can overcome this issue, you'll be surprised. But to them, the money is an hindrance for them to be able to look at a guy who makes less than what they make. I'm like, okay, this guy, he's got the money, he has all these other things. But they look at the money and say, oh, no. Okay? I live in a very expensive area. There's no way we can manage to live in this expensive area. Like, why can't you downsize? You want to get married, have family, and all these other things. So take a look at these guys, like the stuff is real. Okay, it's not just people out there, whatever, doing this stuff on the street. There's people I know, the people in the church and everything else. They're not willing to get a guy who is not making six figures. They're just not going to do it. They will just not do it. So these are the conversations that I do have. All right, let's take a listen to this, guys. Watch this. All right. Okay.
So would a woman prefer a low value, high functioning man? Is that something you would prefer?
A woman?
No, I'm speaking to you.
Oh, me. So I love that. So if I had to choose between a high value, low functioning, right, or high functioning, low value man, I would take the low value, high functioning.
You would?
I have to have a man who loves me, supports me, who understands intimacy, not just sex, who can hold a conversation with me, an intellectual conversation, who can be transactional and relational with me, who, when my strong opinion gets strong, he can sit in the discomfort of that. When his strong opinion gets strong, I can sit in that discomfort and still make him dinner. I can still make sure daddy has what he needs in the morning for work. I can still make sure that he is well taken care of.
Would you still respect him like a high value man?
Yes.
Okay.
So at this point in your life.
Now, let me be clear. I didn't say a man who was lazy or broke or didn't work, because low value men just means they make less money. They're not men that don't work. These men are educated. These men are working. They're blue collar men. Blue collar men make six figures. They make six figures.
I mean, they make six. I feel if a man makes six figures, I don't really classify him as low value, man. You reached a six figure point.
And this is the thing, right?
It's very subjective.
There you go.
Yeah.
We agree on that. Low value is subjective.
Okay.
I always say, for me personally, I'm not clocking the dollar amount that my husband makes. It's what lifestyle can we provide ourselves and our family collectively. So, it's a lifestyle we can provide, because you don't need a lot of money for certain lifestyles.
Okay, I heard.
So this woman is not looking for a husband. Is looking for a lifestyle partner. Pay attention to what she's about to say next. So there's a difference. Are you looking for a husband? Or are you looking for a business partner? We have already established, we did Anthony, dear future wife. Are they looking for wives or a business partner? Okay? So this lady over here, she is looking for a lifestyle partner. Not a husband, a lifestyle partner. Watch this.
I heard what you're saying. So would you take a high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
So you wouldn't take him?
Not because he makes $50,000.
Why?
Then it's because he makes $50,000.
It is because he makes 50 high functioning.
It's not the judgment of the dollar amount.
What is
it's
it?
because of where I'm at in my lifestyle. So it wouldn't be equally yoked. It wouldn't be yin yang for me. Now let's just say.
So that's the reason, though.
That's the reason.
Cheyenne, because you said you wouldn't take him if he made $50,000. It's not about judgment. It's about the fact that you just can't pay for what you need.
What
to
I'm
pay
saying
for,
is,
right?
if a woman is in the space where she's making $80,000, and this man can add to whatever her lifestyle is, and he makes $50,000, for her that is conducive. I'm not going to say the amount I make, but I do really, really well.
Yeah.
And so if I got with a man who's making $50,000, I would be the breadwinner, and I would be taking full care of him, because the lifestyle that I have for myself and my family wouldn't be fair to him, because he would come in and he wouldn't even be able to slightly provide.
Makes total sense. Makes total sense. I wouldn't take a man who's making
but what I'm saying
$50,000.
is, but it goes further than that, because psychologically, that would impair that man. That would impact that man. I have yet to meet a man who doesn't want to be able to add or provide when he is saying, I'm ready to be a husband and I'm ready to be a father. Those men who are family men, not street men, family men, they take pride in providing for their wives. And so if that man can't provide, that is a direct emasculating.
She's so good with her words, okay? She said she would take a man who is high function. By the way, these are their words, okay? You're not going to find these things in the scriptures. She would take a man who is functioning or low value. She would take that man. But when the question was posed, will you take a man who is high functioning but is making 50 a year? She says no. That's how you know that she's lying. She's looking for a lifestyle partner. In her words, she's making more money. Okay, so if this guy has everything else, he makes 50,000. Why wouldn't you not take that money? If anything, you're judging that man based upon his dollar amount, not based upon his character. So she's in love with the dollar amount, not the character of the man. But she wants to pretend that, oh no, she'll take anybody. No, she's lying. And they caught her on it. Okay? So this is the problem. Like, okay, so what happens when you get the guy who's making 6 figures, okay, and he loses his job? What are you going to do? Are you going to divorce him? Because he can no longer make 6 figures. He was laid off. He didn't do anything. He was laid off. So he needs to go find another job. And the job that he's getting is not making 6 figures. Okay, is making 50K. What are you going to do? Divorce him? You see what I'm saying? So now you are marrying that man based upon material things. And okay, let's just say he's making whatever 6 figures, and for some reason he's been involved in an accident. He can no longer physically be able to go and work. What are you going to do? You're going to divorce him. Why? He's no longer able to make the 6 figures. But you got married to that man, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. What are you going to do? So this is the problem when these women, these feminist women, promote these values to people. So people should fall in love with the dollar amount. But you know what? If you fall in love with a man, and it's because of his character, even if he's been involved in an accident, his character is still intact. He might lose the dollar amount, his character is still intact. But because you got married to that man, because he has a character, that character still remains. And your marriage is going to survive. Are you going to have difficulties? Yes, but your marriage is going to survive. But because you married that man because of the dollar amount, the day that he no longer brings that dollar amount to you, you are gone. So is your love. You see what I'm saying? So you didn't fall in love with the person. It was the material things. That's what these people are promoting. That's why she's a relationship guru. I was just like, you know what? Give me the money, please.
Emasculation on its own.
I agree with all that.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm a little confused.
And this is also a lie, okay? Just because, you know, there are, how do I say this? Okay. It's unfortunate, okay? There are, you know, men are wired to lead, they are wired to provide, they are wired to protect inherently by virtue of them being a man. But because of certain circumstances in life or how they're brought up or the women in their life, these things are diminished in them. So they become passive, okay? They become passive. So now they are, you know, the women are going to rule over them. That's actually what Isaiah teaches, right? That is the judgment, okay? When women and children are ruling over men, it's judgment. God is judging you. So when this happens, yes, the confidence of man is, like they no longer have confidence and everything. It's very unfortunate. But sometimes these things happen because women, we've taken over. We are behaving like Eve, okay? So those things, yes, there's a place that they can absolutely do happen. However, just because a man makes less money, it does not make him less of a man. You are not a man based upon the dollar amount that you provide. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. There's poor men in Africa, okay? So what, they're not men because they're not making six figures? Because they make less? You're not defined by your dollar amount. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. But this lady is in this field telling this man that, okay, you are a man's man because you're making extra amount of dollars. And these women are looking for men who make extra amount of dollars and they cannot find them. That's why you can see, you know, they can be rich men. They have no problem marrying an Annie. They don't care. To them, they're marrying you. It's a woman. It's not about the dollar amount. But women who be like, oh my gosh, no. Homeboy better bring bread, okay? Better bring bread. Somebody can be making 50K and still provide. It doesn't mean somebody who's making 50K cannot provide. That's a lie. But this lady wants a lifestyle. Okay, those are luxury things. You have a man, he's not able to take you to Hawaii. It does not make him less than of a man because he cannot take you to Hawaii. That's just a luxury, okay?
Because you said it wouldn't be because he makes $50,000, but that is the reason, right?
No. I'm taking accountability and saying it would be because of what I make. It would be because of where I am in my life. So it wouldn't be because you make $50,000, you ain't shit. It would be because of where I am in my life, right?
Right.
You just wouldn't be a good fit. I wouldn't be a good fit for you.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. So it's not me, because my thing is, I have friends who are married, who are making a certain amount, and they are very freaking happy and living a great lifestyle. It's all subjective. And so again, I would never tell a man, let me word it better, because you made $50,000, you can't be with me. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is because of where I have grown and because of the lifestyle I became accustomed to, I wouldn't be a good fit for
That's
you.
the same thing.
That's the same thing. That's what I was saying.
It can be to us because you're not the man I'm saying that to.
Okay, I get
So
what you're saying.
for me, because when I'm having a conversation with a man about this, my intention is never to emasculate him or never to make him feel small. So words do matter when it comes to a conversation you're having with someone, when you intentionally are not trying to tell them, you ain't good enough,
It's the
bruh.
same
But what if
thing.
he's half functioning, he making 50, he make you feel
For
beautiful?
me personally, that is still a great man, but he's not conducive for where I am in my career.
Because he don't make enough
as a
money for
woman.
you.
Because he couldn't sustain, and it would in return affect this man.
You couldn't respect him. You couldn't
No, I
respect
could respect him.
You can respect him?
Yes.
Well, then why wouldn't you take him? He make 50, he make you happy.
Because what happens is psychologically, when that man cannot provide for a woman of my caliber, it affects him. So as he becomes emasculated, as his confidence starts to dip, as his self-esteem starts to dip, at that point, a woman starts to lose respect because I can only respect you at the level that you respect yourself. So why would I put a man in a position that is called...
No, go home, Cheyenne, okay? Go home, stop lying. If you're married to this man, he's making 50K, you making whatever, 300,000. You are married, you put all that money together in one basket. It's both of your money. So that's 350,000 that's coming into one household. It's in one basket. So you guys are doing everything together as a couple, as husband and wife. So how else are you going to, why would you look at your husband differently? Huh? Honestly speaking. So this lady, she's just a liar. I'm glad these people, you see, every time when somebody asks her a question, she cannot sustain the question. She gets cornered. You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, Bronca, don't tell me. The university is actually saying the university closed down? So there's no way for us to verify some of this information? Huh? Yeah. But, I mean, right now, she's riding high right now. Okay. No, she was never married. No ego. She was never married. She called off 4 engagements. She was never married. She's never been married. She called off 4 engagements. So, but I don't know who these people are. I Googled, I looked everything. No guy was coming up. The only one who was coming up was allegedly, Ty something. She's a WNBA, a woman. That's the only thing that came up allegedly. Yeah. So, Kenneth Smith, yeah. So those are the things that I found. So I'm like, okay, this woman, she's a public figure. Usually there's always rumors. Somebody's this person, or there's pictures, there's paparazzi or something. There was nothing, guys. I couldn't find anything. So if you called out, the other one, she said they had sent out invitations, everything also set up for the wedding. She called off. So that's what she said. Those are the things that I found about her. Well, by people question her, she seems to. Yes, when people ask her questions, she gets cornered. Because she doesn't expect people are going to ask her, because she's just talking to regular people, okay? So in her mind, I'm a doctor, I'll be able to whistle my way through this conversation. But when you ask her, like, no, you said you high value 50, she says, no, it's not conducive to your lifestyle. What lifestyle, woman? If you're married, what can that be? Your lifestyle and your husband together, you see? Yeah. But she's out here, and by the way, she's 42. She's looking to date somebody 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows nobody in her age is not going to have children. So she wants a young man who's 26 years old. I'm like, wait a minute. Which mother is going to allow her 26-year-old to bring home a 42-year-old woman who's old enough to be his mother as a wife? And a feminist for that matter, guys. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. You see what I'm saying? But she wants to get a little boy so that she can mother, so that she can control, so that she can be in charge. That's all. Because she knows if she gets a guy, okay, who's got his stuff together, that guy is not going to take nonsense from her. But if she gets a 26-year-old young man, she is going to lavish upon that little boy. And then that little boy, how high should I jump, mama? That's what's going to happen. And she's out here pretending to be a Christian. I just like, you know what, lady? No, yeah, get your check from Ray J. Just do that. Yeah, okay? We can see what you're all about out here.
Selfish to me, and to me that's a little narcissistic of a woman to say, I'm gonna put you in this position knowing I'm gonna have to have full control, knowing I'm gonna have to take full care of you, and then just say, well, it's gonna affect you mentally, and when it does, I'll just roll on that and maybe either take advantage of your vulnerability or just say, well, I can be the powerhouse. I can always look like the one that's big, the big shot or the big dog of this relationship. Right. No, I'm not here to make a man feel small. I'm here to make any man, whether it's my man or a man outside of me, to know he's a king. And he needs to be with the right fit to be kinged, because it will affect that man.
Yeah, but you're putting a dollar amount. The guy is feeling a king because he's making more money. That's a lie, guys, okay? I actually, I went to a wedding, one of my friends, she was in that issue. She's got her stuff together, okay, always drive nice cars and everything. She was just like, no, Dude gotta make 6 figures, Valley. I am playing. I say, all right, no problem. Then she get to a point whereby she was tired because the 6-figure guy wasn't showing up. She was just like, you know what? I'm abandoning these 6-figure issues. So she abandoned that issue. And lo and behold, a man emerged. A good man. They got married. She makes more money than him. Okay? A man emerged. They had a beautiful wedding. Okay? Beautiful wedding. Good food, nice place. The whole 9 years. And now she regrets, like, okay, I don't know why I was wasting my time with that nonsense. Okay? You know, the guy knows to take care, he takes care of business. He's the man's man. He makes less than what she makes. They're happy they're married. She's submitting and they're enjoying their life. And they're okay and they're fine. They're absolutely fine. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I know. So what this lady is saying cannot be true. It's a lie. If a woman wants to be a feminist, she's going to be a feminist, even if she's making less money than what the guy is making. But if a woman wants to be a woman who wants to submit to her husband, she's going to do that because that's what the scripture calls. Okay? Men lead, women submit, according to the scriptures. It does not say if the man has extra amount of dollars. That's not what it teaches. Okay? It does not teach that. That's why this lady, she has everything. She's beautiful. She has everything. She's walking, going to places outside naked. No ring on it. So the other women she's laughing at, they've got their husbands. They're fine. So that's how we know, like, okay, if what you're telling us is true, if this is what you believe, how come you don't have a husband? Where's the husband, Dr. Cheyenne? Where is your high value man who is making same money like what you're making? Where is it? Nowhere to be found. Oh, and by the way, she's saying, like, I think she's ready now. She took off everything else, so she's 42. Looks like, okay, she's also quote unquote manifesting that 2026 she's going to get married. No, man, no. It's women like this. They make it bad and worse for other women who are intentionally, faithfully waiting for their husband. They bring a bad rap to the rest of women. So these women should not be supported in any way, shape, or form. They need to be left out of the room immediately. They need to be left out of the room immediately. And the fact that this woman has a platform, people are listening to her nonsense, it baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. So here we are. I know.
A lot more than it will affect the woman who is choosing him.
Do you want
I see it happen in my office all the time.
Do you want to be married eventually?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why do you believe you're not married already?
Well, I mean, one, I wanted to wait until my career was fully, really to the space it is now. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have kids, for me personally, born in a deficit. They're born in equity, and equity is not just financial things, right, and accolades and things that I can offer surfacely or externally, but I wanted to make sure that I was in a place where I'm not just choosing a husband, but I'm choosing a father. A lot of women choose husbands, and then they go, he's not a great father. And of course, you don't know if he's good at either until you are in the experience of them, but you can use something called wisdom that can help.
Notice what she said. Okay? Women are choosing good husband. They're not choosing a father. Guys, it's a husband and a wife. That's what God gives you. God is going to give you a husband. God is going to give you a wife. It's husband and a wife. Okay? That's the relationship. Children are a blessing from God. God is the one who is going to bless you with children if he so chooses. That's it. Children are blessing from God. The relationship is between you and your husband, you and your wife. That's why it is very important that even if you have children, you do not abandon your husband, you do not abandon your wife, because that's what God gave. That is your responsibility, your husband and your wife. Children are a gift from the Lord. Your priority is your husband. Your priority is your wife, not the children. The wife comes first, the husband comes first. That's the order that God has designed. So this lady, she's saying she doesn't want just to choose a father. She want to make sure she chooses a husband and father. How is she going to do that? How will she know that the husband she's choosing, okay, is going to be a good father? How will she know that? She can't. So this is the word salad that she's putting out here, okay? And by the way, this is a public record. She has said this herself on Shannon Sharp. Her own father helped her to go and delete his grandchildren, 2 of his grandchildren. It's a public information. Why did she do that? Because she did not want to be part of the statistics. She did not want to be a baby mama. She wanted to finish her career and everything else. Okay? And now here she is. So this is the lie that women lie to themselves, like, no, yes, you might not have the baby with you, whatever, but you are a mother of dead children because you intentionally took life. Now God is gracious, is able to forgive, to erase all those things. Okay? But I'm just telling you, this is the information that she's put out. It's a public information. So now here she is. Not only is she looking for a husband, but she's also looking for a father. Okay? But she's for the, and the question is, where are you looking? Where are you looking? Because we just saw that picture of her pretty much naked. Everybody has seen that picture. Okay? So imagine if it was you, your son is bringing her to you like, oh, mommy, I'm introducing to you my future wife and everything else. And everybody else can see her nakedness. How are you going to receive her? Huh? And she claims to be a Christian. She's not just out there. You know what I mean? So no, she's too sensual, very immodest. It's not appropriate for a woman who professes to be a goddess. As a woman, you want to, modest has to be key. Discretion, beauty, simplicity, classy, elegance. Just wisdom. You know what I mean? Like refined. There's nothing like you pursue to look beautiful, not lustful, not sensual. Okay? As Portia's wife says, anything that draws attention to your face, that's beauty. But everything that you're trying to do or draw attention to your body, that's sensual. Why advertising that? What is the reason? What is the purpose? So here she's been cornered. But she said she wanted to do all these other things. Okay? So now she's ready. Hey, I can't wait to see that boyfriend of hers.
You choose better. Doesn't mean you're going to choose perfect. And it doesn't mean that I'm exempt from divorce or I'm exempt from any of the things, because I'm not, that come with a marriage or a relationship whatsoever. But yeah, I wanted to wait until I am exactly where I am now. And so this year, I've said on other shows as well that I took my IUD out this year and I am now ready to be married. And I think that if more people did it on their terms, I think that marriage would be healthier, not perfect. Doesn't mean it's without problem. I think that it would be a happier marriage because you're doing it from a place of, I now as a woman or as a man, I'm ready. And I feel like I have the things I want to offer my partner, not what can I get from you. Okay. I want to get married because I'm lonely. I want to get married because, I need economic help here. I want to get married because I want to have someone that's good on my arm. Those aren't reasons to get married. I now feel like I have the things I want to offer my husband, not just, what I had in the past, which would have been good enough because I was engaged, twice. But for me, I want to be able to be like, listen, I did all this work, baby, not just for me, but I had my husband in mind. I did this entire time that I was building my career, that I was building, my family, which is my mother and my brothers and my siblings. I was building my character. I was building my way of being of service to my husband. And I was building my attitude of gratitude. I was fixing my abandonment. I was fixing the internal things that I felt would cause impairment through experience of other relationships I've been in. I was fixing knowing when to shut the hell up and allow him to just be a man. I was fixing my emotional intelligence. And so if people would work on themselves first, the relationship won't be perfect, but it'll damn sure be mature. It'll be emotionally intelligent, and it'll be a lot better than the relationships and marriages that are in my office and that I see everybody put a mask on about.
Okay, what you saying there, do you think your profession make you look at relationships and marriage different?
Well, who gave you these questions?
Nobody. These questions I got a lot on my plate.
I love them. So you said, do I think it makes me look at them?
Okay, I said, do you think your profession make you look at relationships and marriage different?
You know what? Not just my profession per se. It's the married couples who I know personally.
Okay.
Who are friends and family. There are more married couples that are engaging in infidelity than there are single people who are having sex.
That's crazy. Is that statistical, or you just think that? Like you just see that based on your perception of what you see?
I haven't researched it.
Okay.
To say studies. If I did, I would say studies. Show. I haven't researched to say study, but I've been in my field for 17, 18 years. I'm 42. Majority of the people around me are married.
Oh, you 42? Okay,
yeah.
Are you 42?
From family all the way down to friends are married.
Yeah.
I am on the biggest relationship live podcast now, Tonight's Conversation.
Yes. Okay.
And I have my talk show, True Talks. I've been doing this a long time. I co-produce a whole show around relationship, Teen Mom Family Reunion, the #1 show on MTV. When I take all that in collective, married people are sleeping with other married people. Married people are sleeping with single people. And majority of the single people are being pursued by married people. And so I said majority, not all. There are very happy marriages. There are very, very faithful marriages, very, very, very marriages that are infidelity. Not infidelity, but infidelity.
Yeah.
So it's not my clients per se, because my clients give me hope. My clients actually I admire them because they're coming to session and they're wanting to work
They're
on
putting
it.
in the work,
Come
yeah.
on, they're putting in work.
Yeah.
They want to be there. They're not only investing their money.
So, like, yeah, you can. She's been doing this for quite some time, as she shared. Let me see, because I wanted you to hear what else she said. Okay, we don't have to go through all of it. So she's been doing this for quite some time, and when she did the interview with Cam Newton, that interview went viral. So it even elevated her to another level. It boosted her. So she's on high demand right now. So she's killing it. She's doing her thing. She's making it happen. Okay.
Tell me, what is your situation with guys?
So I'm dating. I'm not exclusive with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I am going on dates with someone I like. To your point, bro. To your point.
Okay.
Do I want to sleep with this man? I don't know that yet because for me, it's not an external attraction for me that makes me want to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
It is all the things in between. It's the conversations, it's the intimacy. It's when I feel the safe space and the safe landing of where I am organically nesting in you, then that starts to stir up feelings in my body that have nothing to do with physical. It's all to do with like emotionally and spiritually.
Chemistry.
I start to want to connect with you past dinners or past a movie or past a conversation. When I feel that, then that's a conversation because remember, I don't like casual sex. And so I'm not a woman who's had ex-boyfriends. I've only have had ex-fiancés. So I'm used to being with a man who perceives me as his wife. I have a ring on my finger. We're getting married until I call them off. And so
Wait, you called off multiple weddings?
2 weddings, yes. So when I'm in the space of dating, right, I haven't found comfort in girlfriend, boyfriend because that's not my norm. I wasn't with the man for 5 years and I'm his girlfriend. I've been the fiance who was getting married with the wedding dress. We have the wedding paid for. We have invitations mailed out.
So you're a runaway bride?
So, girl, I guess I have my track shoes on.
Girl.
No, but I didn't run away at the wedding, but I called off those weddings. So I found I have someone who I like, but we're not exclusive. So I'm still a single woman, absolutely, until I'm married. Mm-hmm.
When you say you're not exclusive, does that mean you also have...
That I'm open. I'm open to
dating
meeting other
else.
men. If this dating ship doesn't go any further, then I'm open to it. If I meet someone when I leave this studio who seems to be a great guy, I'd be open to exchanging phone numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, I'm open, meaning I'm not exclusive. Yeah, this is not a committed relationship. We're not locked in. This is someone who I like. He seems like a great guy. But I've been dating, since I called off my last wedding for, I think it's been about 8 years. I don't want to timestamp it. But I've been dating with meaning casually. And to your point, those conversations have been very transparent. I love that you said that. It's been, listen, I'm not trying to get married now. I'm in my career. I'm building out this compound. I got a real estate portfolio. There's things that I'm doing. And I don't mind the friendship. I don't mind travel. I don't mind a lot of things. But right now, I'm in the dating phase. I'm in the companionship phase. I don't want to be married now. Now, I'm ready to be married. So it's different. And that's all about the transparency, the honesty, and going further than that, it's about a person knowing themselves, a man and woman knowing where you are. So you are very fair with the other person that's under the table that says, look, this is where I'm at. Is this where you are? And so you're not wasting time. And that's what maturity looks like. I'm not a bad person because I don't want to get married, but I'm also not a bad person because I want to get married. Everyone has the right to be in their season. We just got to communicate that to each other and know that it's okay for each of us to be in different spaces and we should meet where we are. And you don't have to have sex involved for a relationship to be beautiful and flourish. And you can have a 3-month, 6-month relationship that is exclusive, that doesn't have sex involved, if that is what those two people agree upon. Sex is not the nucleus to a relationship. And it doesn't need to be. It's good.
I don't know about that. I ain't gonna lie. So listen. Okay, so the last point you just said, you said sex is not the nucleus to a relationship. I believe if the chemistry and the passion is there, then the sex is going to have to be there. And the sex is going to be good.
At some point, yes. I'm saying you don't have to go in. Ladies, you do not have to lead with sex. Sorry.
No.
You don't have to lead with
and you're not selling that. So don't lead with that. And if a man really wants you, a man don't got a problem waiting around for what he wants. And if he's confident in himself, he understands that as he continues to be the stand-up guy, it can only lead to one or two things. Sex and marriage or marriage and sex.
Yeah.
So ride it through and just communicate. I'm saying we need to be a more communicative culture of people. I need to talk about the things that I want. And me saying them doesn't demise the relationship. If I say I only want sex and that's not what he wants, it doesn't make neither one of us bad. He can in return say, but I want to marry you. I've had men who I've said, you're a beautiful man, but you have kids. So I will not marry you. But as far as our friendship, I love it. We can continue to commune. We can continue to spend time. But that's not where I'm at. And I don't have a lot of time because I'm deep in my career. And my plate is so full that I'm not going to intentionally make time right now.
So that's a deal breaker for you having kids? A man
for a man,
having kids?
yes.
So
wait, and that man has said, guess what? That ain't going to work for me because I want to marry you. That neither one of us were bad people. We just were actually good, healthy, mature people to communicate. And we made sure that relationship ended peacefully and with maturity. Nobody was upset because no one drugged nobody on.
So right now, you want a man that...
So this is her story, okay? There's no way to verify some of this because I'm like, okay, you must be dating some of high-profile men given what she's looking for, but there's nothing there. So she must be so secretive and everything. Be that as it may, she's very controlling. She wants everything to happen according to how she wants. That's fine if that's what she chooses. But she's not firm when it comes to this dating situation whereby, I can date a man if it leads for us to end up having sex, so be it. If it doesn't, so be it. She hasn't closed that door. And then she claims to be a Christian. It's, to me, I was just like, okay, what's going on over here? Okay? In her mind, you remember, I'm not into casual sex. Okay? Yes, you might not be into casual sex, but if you're sleeping with somebody who is not your husband, what is that? It might happen, 6 months later, 8 months later, it's still wrong. It does not make it okay because it only happened once in 8 months, once in 6 months. It's still wrong. So, I don't know with this lady.
That has no kids, that is high value, and that has all the things that you feel like you need and he can provide those for you. And I'm just wondering, like, is there a big pool of men like that? Because I just feel like
there is.
No kids, high value.
There's a big pool of men and women
high
like
functioning.
That. There's not a pool of a perfect man. You're describing a perfect man.
Yeah. But it sounds like that's what you want, though. What do you want?
No, I don't want a perfect man. A perfect man is dehumanized and he's a robot. I don't need someone I can control. I push buttons to.
Do you have a type?
I do.
What's your type?
I do. I have a type. A man's man, a hybrid, meaning he knows how to be in his masculine energy, but also his feminine energy. He's a hybrid. He has balance within himself. A man who knows how to submit and love, but also has backbone, knows how to stand up to what he believes is respectful for him and his values, meaning he's very gentle to me in my strong voice and my strong opinion and my powerhouse woman I am, but he also is not so intimidated that he won't say, hold on, baby, hold on. I hear you. And I love that you're strong, but can we kind of like pipe down a little bit? But in a way that's loving and still respectful so that I receive it and I go, my man has spoken. Let me pipe it down a little bit. But he's not so intimidating. He's like, I just got to let her go balls to the walls because, and you get a lot of men who are that dude to a lot of women. And they run into the right women and all that dude goes out the window because they don't want to lose her or rub her the wrong way. And I've experienced that a lot of times. Or a man who says, to your point, says, she's so strong, I don't want to buck. I don't want to. And it's not bucking, it's, can you facilitate me? And facilitate me means, can you check me in a safe space? Not can you disempower me. Can you check me in a safe space? See, a powerful woman, we enjoy being checked as long as it's safe.
Yeah.
We enjoy seeing your backbone as long as it's honoring. You can honor me and realign me at the same time if you are a man's man. A real alpha man isn't a man who's overpowering. It isn't a man who's controlling and running stuff and it's his way. That is called narcissistic. A real alpha man has balance. When he looks a certain way, that woman understands what that means. Powerful woman like myself would adhere willingly, can't wait to a man who's really in his alpha. Because that man loves me when he's checking me. That man is loving me when he's saying, babe, that may not work for the collective. I got your message. When you said it the third time, you've said it 10 times now. And you continuing to say that ain't gonna work for the betterment of us. See, that's a man who's just taking leadership and guiding me because maybe I'm too much in my emotion. Or let me go better. Maybe I'm too much in my low functioning. That he knows how to facilitate it by going high functioning. And when he goes low functioning, if he ever does, and he's human, I know how to go high functioning and say, baby, we don't do that here. You know I love you. I ain't going nowhere. So I don't know if there's some insecurities that's going on, but talk to me so I can know how I can help you help us. It's always an us thing. And when people...
You gotta give it to this lady, guys, okay? She's very good with her words. And she's precise. No, this is a lady. She's a feminist. Okay, that's what she is. But she wants a man who she can control. In other words, when I want you to be alpha, then you can be alpha. But when I want you to come down, you need to come down. So she wants to be in control, but at the same time, she wants to pretend like she doesn't want to be in control. I just like, that's not how life works, young lady. Okay? That's just not how life works. So she wants to run things in her own terms. In other words, I want to do it when I want to do it. Okay? I want to submit when I want to submit. I want to do this because I want to do it. Not that this is my role, this is my responsibility, this is what I'm called to be doing as a woman. She does not, that's not her framework. Okay? She does not even think like that. In her mind, whenever I want to, this is how it has to be. So yes, this lady, she's absolute Proverbs. She's a Proverbs 7 woman. Okay, let me find the picture when they would right here, out here, naked, going out there in the streets. Okay, this is a woman right here. Okay, I mean all these people over here did not dress appropriately, but I mean her honestly like this. Come on. Okay, this is no. This is Proverbs 17. And behold, the woman who meets him dressed as a prostitute, weary of heart. She's loud and wayward. Guys, the scriptures are not mocked. Everything is already out here. If you're going to dress like a prostitute, there's nothing wrong when people assume that you are one. Because you cannot tell, you can go to the function. You just have to put on clothes. There's no need for you to be going outside naked. And then you are out here coaching people how to be wives, how to, in a relationship, how to maintain a husband, how to maintain all these other things. And you're going to walk out dressed like that? And people are listening to you? That alone to me is disqualified. People should get their money back, okay? You cannot have this lady as your counselor, okay? She's out of it. Okay, we already did this. Why did I have First Timothy? Okay, so these are the things, right? Like she's whenever you're looking it's a guy, right? These are qualifications for an elder in a church, but you can use this as a way to assess a man's character. Okay, you don't have to know how much the guy makes, but you want to see somebody who is sober-minded, who is self-controlled right here. Like, I mean, like everything is already out here. We don't even have to go outside. You know what I mean? Is there a respectable person? Is there a drunkard? Is there a violent person? Is there a gentle person? Is there a quarrelsome person? Okay? Is there a love of money? Because the love of money will just bring you nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. So these people pretend like, oh, there's just no way for you to tell. No, you know what I mean? Philippians, think of all these things that are honorable, things that are, trustworthy, things that are commendable. We want women to dress up, look fashionable, all dressed up and everything. Bring it all. It looks nice, beautiful, but there's a difference, guys, okay? When somebody who looks sensual, when somebody who looks beautiful. You cannot tell me how walking to that place, what's so beautiful about what she wore? Like, what is it about it? Like, no, you are already a beautiful woman. Okay, she absolutely does have a very beautiful body structure. She's beautiful. She has a nice body. So you already have, you already have everything. Put on clothes, that's it. But these are the people who are out here, the so-called experts, the so-called relationship gurus. I was just like, wait, you know what? Sorry, absolutely sorry. So yeah, but she has found a way to tell these men what is wrong with them and everything. The interview she had with Cam Newton, what she said was correct, but you did not present yourself as a woman. So now, instead of people talking about the truth that you talked about, people are distracted by your clothing. People are not going to take you seriously by the way you presented yourself. So, like, what are you trying to do? So that's the issue that I see with this lady, guys. Okay, nothing but oh wow, like I'm having a hiccup, guys. Sorry, yeah. So what is Cheyenne, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? So this was let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to finish up. So this is her profile. She's she's definitely doing a lot of stuff, okay? So this is how she has Dr. Bryant Institute, where she's cloning, you know what I mean, telling people, you know, coaching people and all this other stuff. This is what she's doing. So yeah, this is her qualification. This is her here, you know. She is absolutely a very beautiful woman, but she's not helpful, if you ask me. She's lying to this man and they are eating it up, they're drinking it, like call it. When I saw her like, Anthony, what are you doing? How did you get this woman on your program? And Anthony was just like, oh yeah. Guys, let's watch Anthony a little bit with this one. I was just like, no. You know what? There's some people who just doesn't listen. And this guy already has problems not grasping anything for himself. And then he keeps adding on problems with these women who are, quote unquote, bringing him some wisdom. Okay? So, you know, let's call for Anthony O'Neill. At least, you know, Jamal Bryant did not even do any pushback. But, you know, she went there, she was all dressed properly. So she wasn't looking to get Jamal Bryant as a client. But definitely wanted to sow some seeds on Anthony O'Neill here. Okay? Let's go for Anthony O'Neill. Okay, Sister J27, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right, let's go for this lady, guys.
On accident or 6 months or a year and because I'm not just sexually activated. I like the out of bed foreplay. I like the connection, I like intimacy, real intimacy. But it just now, it made it even better in the sense of better and harder, but better meaning that is the experience that I lead with.
Yeah.
And that may be why in that room when you were saying, you know, women, there's no way that a woman isn't attracted to something about a man. And I roared up and I'm like, no, because I don't want.
Pause. I'm gonna tell the truth. She bucked up. I mean, she came for me. I was like, hold up. I was just simply saying, hold up, now, hold up.
Anthony said, run the camera.
Yo, you was like, hold up, wait. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I went into full alpha mode.
Well, I mean, I was like, calm down. I'm with you. I'm just saying.
I was like, I ain't your girlfriend. I'm Dr. Bryant. And I'm telling you, I would take a man who doesn't look as good, but he has character, who doesn't have all the money, but he makes good enough money to provide a great quality of life for us.
Yeah.
But he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He has discipline.
Yeah.
This man is my boy. He cares about me. He respects my friends and my family. Like, I can trust him in a room.
I see this lady, we just watched her. She said she's not going to take a guy who has all that, but is making 50K. No, because that guy cannot support the lifestyle. But he's out here saying, I can take a dude. He doesn't have to be good looking, but he's all this, whatever. You see, like she speaks from both sides of her mouth. Which is, Dr. Bryant, you forgot that you just told us that you want somebody who can support your lifestyle. Now you're sitting across to Anthony, okay, pretending that, oh, I can take a guy who doesn't have all these other things. It's just like, you know what? This lady, she has found her way in this arena, okay? Because she's killing it, okay? She has her session. Let me see if you guys be able. Let's see how you, because you can actually, it shows you, you can book a session with her. Let's see, contact. She's doing meditation. So this is her here. You know what I mean? You can do meditation with her. She has a contact information. Oh, let's see, services. So, yeah, you can book a Zoom call with her. Okay, $500. You know what I mean? Dr. Bryant, as your speaker, moderator, panel, special guest, starting at $500. Telephone, you can call her, $350. So here she is. Everything is already out here, which is what, $1,500? How much? Okay, so, you know, to be fair, the prices are very reasonable. Okay, virtual life coaching via FaceTime or Zoom, $350. Private wellness retreat, $500. So, these are good prices. To be fair, these are good prices. So it looks like that's starting price, I'm sure. You know, I'm sure that's starting prices. But, oh, you know, like, no, she's not, how do I say this? She has made herself an expertise, right? As a profession, so to speak, because she has a doctor to her name. But for real, all she's doing is sitting down across these people And she's telling them these stories, and these people are actually eating it up. That's why if somebody just asks her a question, she crumbles. Because she's a doctor, she's the one who is giving the information. Those people, they do not check her. So they can't, because that's their doctor. So when somebody asks her, she has no response. That's why you see, like, wait a minute. So you don't even know anything. Unfortunately, most of our clients are like that. They're just gonna drink her Kool-Aid and run with it. Okay? I mean, Shay was so, yeah, I was just like, man, look at her. I was just like, are you going to an interview and you're gonna show up like this? Like, what would be the reason for you to show up like this? If any, you are trying to get Cam Newton to stumble. Okay? Well, how about that? Do not cause your brother to stumble. Where is that at? Yeah, so that's what you get. So this, yeah, it was, we can do this another day with, you know, Club Sheshe over here. Yeah. Yeah. And Sheshe was even enamored by her as well. Maybe we can listen.
He never dated street guys, probably because he raised me like that.
Right.
I dated more like athletes when I was like a college athlete or some of that sort, or just a really good
I can see
boy
that.
next door.
God, we go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just.
See, I told y'all he not messy, but he crafty. I told y'all that. See. But when I first tried to date my first little street guy, my dad didn't even. He said, "Let me see a picture." He said, "What do you do?" I said, "He does real estate." He said, just like he said, that.
Yeah, so, Sheshe was same thing. Sheshe was so enamored by this lady. Same thing with Anthony O'Neill. At least Cam Newton was able to push back, but his situation doesn't help. Like, no, just because you can provide for your children, right? You have all this money and everything. Like, no, you have 8 children with 5 baby mamas. That's going to cause problem. It's not ideal. Why don't you get married and raise your children? But when these people have money, they feel like they can just do whatever else they want to do, right? Going outside biblical principles, the rooster is going to come home. That's just how it works. Yeah. So that's what we have over here with this lady. Okay, I'm like, she a therapist or a seductress? Okay, I'm like, no, woman, you are a seductress. So you're going all to these other places using your body to get them as your clients. Don't forget, this is what they call like prostitution is the oldest. Okay, that's why they call this the honey traps. That's the best method when it comes to spycraft. You can have a lady over there, a spy woman, and she can honey trap all these other things. You get all the information. Okay, so there she is. So she's using the same thing, pretending like that's not what she's using. But no, she's leading with that. So now when these guys see, they're not even hearing. They're looking at her, this beautiful lady, this body and everything else. Well, now she's a doctor. You know what? Let me sign up. So I get my sessions with her. So I can, make sure my eyes are entertained while I'm getting session. Lady, that's what she's doing. So she's playing this game. Unfortunately, this man can't see it. But she's getting the paycheck. Yep. Yes. What are you guys saying? She talks well, but question her, she seems cornered. Yes, all the time. Yeah. I can't believe that university closed, brown girl. Anything about a master's degree just from June. Yes, that's what yeah. When you read the profile, it only talks about her getting the 2 degrees, and then the university is closed. The other one, she was pursuing the doctorate, but here she is. She's a doctor. I was just like, no, the math ain't mathing. Okay, the math ain't mathing. So that's what we are getting with this lady. Yeah, so this, what university? Yeah, that's the one that I showed you because I think somebody had put over there. Yeah, like, yeah, if you've gone to school, okay, you have your qualifications, and then other people are just writing, pretending, and their qualifications are not real. Hey, it's not fair, man. Then you're paying those student loans. Come on now. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, right now she's balling. She's making dough. Absolutely making. All right, guys, we have to leave it there. There is more where this came from, okay? So if we have to do another one, we can always do that. No problem at all. We do not want our brothers to be ensnared by this lady in any way, shape, or form. She is giving the Jezebel vibe. The Jezebel vibe. Anyway, guys, we want to make sure you guys help us. So when we get to New Year, we are 10K. So double check to make sure you're a subscriber because we are here to make sure
all lies will be exposed. That's all.
And we want these guys to
Some of y'all better get y'all discernment together.
But this one is for you. Yes, this one is for you. You guys are simply the best. I do appreciate your viewership. Double check to make sure you're a subscriber. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Join our membership club. Support me on Buy Me a Coffee. Make sure you are a subscriber and like this live stream on your way out. Don't forget, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Support me on Buy Me a Coffee as well as Patreon. Stay tuned. More coming this week. Until next time, remember to be in the know. Thank you. Merry Christmas.